Jason. Thanks for joining me here this morning. I was planning on making my first YouTube video of something a little bit more exotic than just breakfast, but it appears that my consignee is going to take their sweet time getting me unloaded today. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and make some breakfast up and kind of use this as a test video, I guess you could say, to see how everything goes and see what changes I need to make and all that. Give me just a second here. All right, sorry about that. I had to open up my windows. Yeah, so we're just gonna kind of see how this goes and make sure that everything works right. And I'm just gonna use this as a test video before I do the video of my dinner tonight, which is what I really wanted to make my first video be of. But as you can see, I got some sausage already in the skillet there, getting cooked up. And you know, up until what was it, yesterday, I guess, I swung over to Walmart and picked up another cooler that I could use instead of just using the refrigerator here in this 579. You know, anybody that's got the refrigerator in there knows not a whole lot of room in it. You're kind of cramped on space. There's only so much you could hold. You know, so my eggs, I've been using egg beaters, the Southwestern style. You know, they stay good for quite some time. These here I've had for about a week or two now. They're good until the 22nd of October. You know, so I mean, I've still got about another 2 weeks left on them. But now that I've got this other cooler, I'm actually going to have enough room to be able to put some actual eggs and be able to carry milk with me and stuff like that. You know, the stuff that typically you can't carry because you just don't have the room for it. So, but yeah, we're gonna. And my butter, you know, I just use spray butter. It's much easier that way. You know, it's a lot quicker. Takes up, well, I thought it would take up less room. It almost took up a little bit too much room. I really need just a small container. Throw some butter out of a stick into it or whatever. You know, let it sit out at room temperature long enough to get soft to be able to mash it back down in there really tight. But you know, with this being my first video, I want to go ahead and also kind of touch base on what I keep in the truck. So I've got 2 of these butane stoves, and these things are absolutely a lifesaver. You know, I carry 2 skillets, 2 pots with me. I can make anything I want, really, that requires a stove to do it. I've also got my toaster oven here. That thing is also a lifesaver. And then I've got a microwave back up here on the shelf where it goes. And then, like I said, I've got my refrigerator, and I've got my my cooler now to be able to keep everything else in. So I mean, it really makes it nice, you know. And a lot of the struggles that we go through being out here on the road is that really your only option traditionally is to stop into a truck stop and pay for your food through there. That's not a very efficient way of doing it, you know. I mean, depending on what you're making, whether it's by the mile or if you're getting paid percentage or whatever the case may be, you know, you start knocking $100 off of that every week, and now you're starting running out of money. You know, you keep cutting yourself a little bit shorter every single time. That's not really the way to do it. You know, you're not living efficiently, I guess, at that point. You know, and doing it this way, you know, we all have time down. You know, unless you're still on paper logs, which if you are, enjoy it while you can, because those are supposed to be going away here at the end of the year. But you know, this right here is more time efficient. You know, if you're able to cook inside the truck, you don't need to stop into a truck stop to get your food. You know, you just drive out your clock, and wherever you stop is where you stop, and then you go ahead and cook while you're there. You know, whether it ends up being at a truck stop or a rest area or whatever, you know, I'll cook my food wherever. I don't care where I'm at. As long as I've got a place that's fairly level, I can cook while I'm sitting there. So looks like this sausage is just about done here. Go ahead and give that a second. Then we'll get the eggs going and get them cooked up. Those won't take very long either. Actually, what I might make is just go ahead and make an omelet today. We'll have to see. But, so the sausage, it's just Bob Evans sausage sticks. You know, according to the package, they're good for quite some time. You know, you get a good lifespan out of those things. It was about a week and a half is what that package showed that those were going to be good for. Now they're obviously not going to last that long. You know, I think there was maybe a dozen or so that were in there. I try to eat breakfast now every day. I used to not really eat breakfast much, but here lately I've been eating more, trying to eat healthier. You know, I lost doing this. I've been making videos for Facebook for a couple weeks now. I mean, I haven't made a ton of videos, but I've made a few of them. You know, just trying to explain some of my friends that are also drivers how to do this and be able to save money, lose weight while you're doing it, and eat somewhat healthy. You know, the food in the truck stop is generally not the best for you. You know, it's half the time fried, unless you go to a Petro or something like that, or you find yourself a Flying J or a Pilot that's got a Denny's at it or something like that. You know, other than that, you're going to be eating McDonald's or you're going to be eating Wendy's. Pilot usually has a Subway in there, but I mean, again, now you're getting back to where you're spending a fortune in food, and you shouldn't have to spend that much money just to eat and survive. You know, it just seemed kind of silly to me to spend that much money, and I stopped doing it. You know, I just started cooking up my own food here in the truck, and I started off with just one of these butane stoves. And my toaster. Oh no, I'm sorry. I actually started off with my toaster oven and a microwave, and it was all right. But then realized that, you know, one of these butane stoves would really be the way to go. You know, I'd be able to get a lot more enjoyment out of it, I guess you could say. Being able to make what I wanted to make instead of just eating soup. You know, nobody wants to eat the same thing day in and day out. So that's what I did. You know, I started pepper jack cheese, going to be going along with my egg beaters I got there. But I started expanding what I'm cooking. You know, that way I'm not just cooking the same stuff over and over and over. Hold on 1 minute here. All right, sorry about that. Had to go move the truck for a minute real quick for them. Needed me to move to a different spot so they could finish getting me unloaded. All right, so where was I? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use a tortilla for this. I guess I'll make myself up a burrito out of this. Be nice and simple instead of just eating scrambled eggs. I was thinking about an omelet, but I changed my mind. But yeah, it just it's a lot more time efficient, I feel, with being on a tight clock. You know, we only have 10 hours for our break. You know, during the day it's all about running, getting as far as you can before you have to stop. You know, and I felt that there had to be a different way of doing it. Truck stops are time consuming. They really are. You know, by the time you mess around with getting off the exit, getting in there, doing what you got to do, get back out on the road, you know, you've wasted a lot of time. And I don't like wasting time at all when it comes to my clock. You know, my time is is very precious. You know, a lot of you guys know that. It's something that you really can't afford to be just wasting sitting in a truck stop. You know, we don't have the time to be doing that. Don't really have the luxury to be doing that if you get right down to it. If you do it, you know, if that's the way you... Damn it, hold on a minute. Need me to move forward. Now they need me to move back. Wish they'd just pick a direction and let me be done so I can finish cooking up my breakfast. So anyway, like I was saying, you know, you just, if stopping off at a truck stop is the way you like doing things, by all means, that's your choice. You know, we all do things a little bit different out here. You know, this is just my way of doing it. You know, and just trying to kind of pass on the simple things. The simple things that you can do to save yourself some money, save yourself some time, and get everything done. But yeah, so in that time though that we've been doing this, I successfully made myself a burrito and some sausage. You know, it'll be a good enough breakfast for right now. That'll get me by until here this evening. Whenever I stop again, at that point I'll probably go ahead and make up the video that I wanted to make to begin with, and show you guys another nice treat that I like to make, something that I would really prefer to make at home over top of my fire, but you know, you take what you can get and do what you can. So that's it for right now. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time.